I fell apart mentally too because I couldn't take it anymore. Like, I did so much fucking work. You have no idea. And I failed. And nothing fucking worked. And so that's how I disappeared. All right, kids, gather around. We're about to tell a story. It's going down for real. I'm gonna light a candle for all the people that have gotten burned. So it's been quite some time. I've been a musician since I was a kid, and I became very, very famous in my country, Sri Lanka. And then I kind of like just poof up and disappeared. And people are always like, yo, Dilan, what happened, man? Yo, bring that rap back to Sri Lanka. And I disappeared for quite some time. I'm talking like 7 years disappeared. And people are always like, yo, what happened? And because a lot of people don't know. I mean, the people who know me know, obviously. So I thought maybe I'd share it with you. So I'm going to start from the beginning and I'm going to give you the whole fucking story. Yo, COVID-19, no joke. Quarantine extended 2 more weeks. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a mess, but I want you to know that you can have better days and that you can keep producing and just do the things that you need to do at home and get them all done. Even in this time where I'm actually losing tons of money, I wrote a song called Better Days. I want you to check it out. It's all about being positive and knowing that better days are to come. So check it out. Thanks. So this is what happened. My career started in 2005. I met Iraj in a club, and I was dating a girl at the time, and she told me, hey, you know, that guy right there, he's like the #1 hip-hop producer in Sri Lanka. And before she could even finish her sentence, I jumped off the couch, jumped over to meet him. This was Christmas of 2004 when the tsunami hit. And walked up to him and I said, hey man, I heard you're the best producer, hip hop producer in Sri Lanka. He's like, yeah. And I said to him, well, I'm the best rapper you'll ever meet come out of this country. And he's like, oh, really? I was like, really? I could prove it. So I got his number and we chit-chatted. We became friends. The tsunami hit on the 24th, Christmas Eve, if you guys remember. And right after that, Iraj and I were talking because I had a song called Jivate, which means life. And Iraj said, let's go take this up to the radio station. He had the power. I didn't have the power. So we went up to the radio station and we played it. And unbeknownst to me, very soon it became a hit. And after it became a hit, it became an official track on the Heal Sri Lanka CD by Yes FM. And then 2006 came along and I did like 4 songs and all of them did really, really well in Sri Lanka. Some of them you may know. 2007, A Hitha came out with Iraj, which was the #1 most downloaded song on Ella Kiri still. And then Hantane came out and Gaja Landaria came out, which are all songs that hit, like slammed. You know what I'm saying? You know, being Sri Lankan is an interesting thing because I am American, right? I was born and raised in America. So, but it's funny because when you live in America and you're brown, and people always ask you, where are you from? And I'm like, well, I'm from Pasadena. No, where are you from? Like, where are you from? It's like, what you mean? Because I was born and raised here. Nah, where are you from? Like, you know, you ain't from here. It's like, dog, I'm actually from here. But what they mean is like they want to know my cultural heritage, right? Which is Sri Lankan. Something I'm incredibly proud of, right? Because I've tattooed it all over my body. I even have a tattoo of my last name in Sinhalese, but I'm also Jaya Singha, and Singha is the name of our race. So it's very proud to be Sri Lankan, very proud to be Sinhalese. But it's disenfranchising, you know, because in America, I don't feel American enough. And in Sri Lanka, I don't feel Sri Lankan enough. You know, it's weird. It's really weird. But I felt it very important to represent our culture to America because there's not many of us doing that, especially in art, man. Art's hard for third world country people, dude. We come here and my dad's a doctor, you know, because he doesn't want to be a beggar on the street. And he was very adamant on me not being a musician, incredibly adamant, because he was afraid, you know. He doesn't want his kids to amount to nothing after he spent, you know, 60 years of his life working his ass off. I get his viewpoint. You know, a lot of people, like, they fucking hate that their parents don't let them do what they want. But just remember that we have the luxury to do what we wanted because they created that for us. Like, this is not If we showed up here ourselves first go, we would have not been artists. I can guarantee you I would not have been an artist if I showed up here as an immigrant. Because there was no room for fucking failing. I had to make it. So I had to pick something that made sense. So anyway, the point is that I'm lucky enough to have a father who came here and gave me a life good enough to even have the ability to be an artist. And so if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do it and represent him as well, and represent my country as well, and where I'm from as well. And that's fucking real to me. That's the most real shit I could ever tell you. And to me, being born here gave me the ability to be at the same skill level as all these other Americans, but be different. And so I thought, I felt truly like God was calling me. And I'm a Buddhist, and I felt God was calling me and telling me, yo, this is your calling, bro. Your job is to create inspiration and hope for those who don't have it, and for those who don't think that they can become great in America. So I stayed on it, and I tried to remember that as I went through hell. Sri Lanka had a war going on for 30 years against a terrorist group called the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. They were ranked the number 3 most dangerous terrorist group in the world. I was like big and tough and buff. They probably don't know it's me,